Hello, everyone. It's Misha Green, DC editor. I am honored, super excited to be talking to the ONYX family. You guys know them from YouTube and social media, and they are really, I think, changing the game in terms of educating, inspiring, showing us that we can foster our God-given talents if we just put in the work and put in the family and put in the necessary things to be successful. And I have so many questions for them, but y'all know how we do. Let's share the stream first. And you guys feel free as you're watching to drop some comments and questions up in there, and I will try to get to you as soon as I can. And with that, let me see. Let me make sure I am sharing the stream, and y'all go ahead and do the same as well. You know, I say sharing is caring. So all of our viewers tuning in, share the ONYX family. You guys know how inspiring they are. All righty, we are all shared and good to go. ONYX family, how are you doing today? How is life? I know we're still oddly in the middle of a pandemic, and you know, the world has had a lot of shifts politically and socially in the past year or so. How are you doing?
I think we're doing well, considering everything. You know, we feel incredibly blessed that our family is here together, that we get to continue to work, and that we've all been able to stay healthy. Right. Those things have been a real challenge for so many people, not just in the US, but around the world. So we feel incredibly blessed.
Especially staying home. We try to stay busy and try to be productive as much as we can, you know, underneath this pandemic.
Yeah, projects keep us busy.
I mean, you guys are like ripping and running within the house, and it is quite amazing. I'm loving the ONYX family challenge. Can you tell me a little bit about that and how that developed?
We should talk about that.
Well, so I was
dropping knowledge on us.
I really wanted our families to get involved with us and really see how we act in our normal lives, because sometimes when we do certain videos, we're like, you know, we're being comedic and we're acting. So I wanted to show them, hey, you know, we have another side to us that's a little more real and everything. So with these challenges, we want to take on our fun family side and show how we act as a family and how we communicate with each other. So things like doing the joke competition and other things we're planning for the future.
All right, get ready for ONYX Family Has Talent.
Ooh, I cannot wait for that. I mean, it's so engaging. Tell us a little bit about why you all decided to share your family story through social media. 6 million followers, 3 billion views. I mean, it's crazy to see the platform and the impact that you all have. How did it start?
Well, this is the mastermind right here, the CEO, and you should tell the story.
Well, yeah, you know, I started off, I was a nurse practitioner. My husband was a minister and marriage and family therapist. And we got married very young. I was 18, he was 22. And we basically started working at the burger joint on campus at the HBCU we went to, Oakwood. And we were making $5 an hour. And just early on in our marriage, we were always kind of struggling and trying to now graduate, because obviously we didn't have our degrees yet. But as we continued on and we graduated and started working, you know, our 9-to-5s, or really just odd hours, because he was a minister and I was doing night shifts sometimes and all sorts of things, I was really tired after a certain point. We were homeschooling by switching off, you know, because he could be there during the day and then I come in the afternoon, and it was just really hard on the family. One day I was looking at YouTube like most people, and I said, how are these people doing this like full time? Because I knew some of these people didn't have a 9-to-5. And the more I researched it, the more I just said, you know what, if they can do it, why can't we? But also, it would be so amazing to make fun family memories. That's what I was really originally thinking. I thought if we made money, fine, but I had no concept or clue how people made money and how much. So I decided, hey guys, I pulled them in the room and I said, how would you guys feel about making like some fun family videos? And to their credit, they were like, yes, let's do it. And we started, and I would say within 2 weeks, I was able to quit my jobs.
Yep.
And
Pay all of our bills.
And the thing
all our
was,
debt.
at the time, I had about 4 to 5 jobs as a nurse practitioner. I was doing telemedicine, working in the hospital, retirement homes.
Started your own
everything.
company.
I was starting actually my own medical company at the time, in partnership with these doctors. And everything kind of just halted when I saw that, wow, you can make this a family business, which was my dream. My ultimate dream was always working together with my family. Actually, originally just with my husband. I didn't even think about it being a family thing at first. But after we started, it just became a family mission and not just a business. And we were able to do everything I wanted to set out and more, which was create those memories, work together as a family, and
incorporate it into our homeschooling.
Yeah.
So, we taught them everything, how to edit, how to do film, marketing, everything. So we just kind of incorporated it, and then it became a family business. So we feel blessed.
Amazing. And what a testimony. I mean, jumping in and 2 weeks later, you're life changing. It's really inspiring. And so, kids, tell me, or should I say young adults, tell me, how are you all able to learn and grow being a part of this family business? We'll start with Sinead.
I think definitely doing this family business all these years, I feel like that as a person, I've grown, like not just my business sense and in my likes and hobbies and everything, but I feel like internally, I feel like I've changed. I've become more disciplined. I've become more like attentive with things, that I do things with diligence, and I do things like to the best of my ability. Cause I feel like that, wow, this is mine. I need to put my time and effort into this. That's what I feel like is the best thing for me.
Can I jump in here 1 second? When she said it's hers, it's something that we did early on, was we incorporated and we made all the kids partners so that they knew it was their business and they weren't just working for like mom and dad, but that it was theirs. And then through that, we looked at each of their talents and we decided that, okay, you were born with this talent for a reason. How do we now showcase this to the world and also use it for your mission in life?
I wanted them to go to the HSBCU that we went to.
Mm-hmm.
And so that, they could meet their husband, make friends, all that kind of stuff. And they were just like, no, Dad, we're going to do our business. We really want to go the entrepreneurial path. And so that really is a testimony to everything that they saw and heard us saying about the new way of educating and the new way of kind of launching your life out there. And I'm very proud of them that they were able to make that decision for themselves.
Nice. Anybody else want to share how working in the family business and being your own entrepreneur has inspired you?
Well, for me, I've been very productive, and it's caused me to be very productive and to learn, how to do some things that even kids my age or even older still don't know how to do.
Yeah, because a lot of people, young people, don't get the experience to start their own business. So I would say that's a really big for us, that we get an experience that no one else really has, to be able to start their own family business and be able to work as a family. I think it made us more disciplined. It made us more hardworking, and I think it's just really fun. Yeah, I mean, YouTube, people look at it as just like a fun place to think like, oh, you can just do random videos. But no, we had to be really meticulous, really disciplined, very serious in what our job, because YouTube in itself is just another form of a job. And, we just had, our mom instilled in us really young when we first started, to really take this serious and to really, bring our own creativity to it. So that's what
So a good example is, just this past year that came through, Shiloh was like, you know what? I want to learn Japanese. And so we were able to just shift and just be like, okay, you're really interested in Japanese. Let's do that. Let's go learn Japanese. So he picked up Japanese. He picked up cello this year. And also he's also been doing coding. And that was all driven by his interests.
Right.
So when we think of education, I know when we grew up, our parents were like, you're going to be a doctor, or you're going to be a pastor, or, you're going to be this or that. All the things that, especially in our community, we're really academic minded.
That's right.
And for us, our approach was like, okay, education is where we are the guides, but our children are the experts of who they are, and they will teach us who they are. And we will guide them through life as they're teaching us who they are, what their passions are, and how they want to contribute to the world.
You know, I think that's so important for a lot of families to hear, particularly as a lot of people were thrusted into the world of homeschooling. You all had already been homeschooling, and being able to identify everyone's God-given talents and able to amplify that into your business. What are some suggestions? How can families try that and jump into that as their home and navigating a new world?
I think one of the biggest things is to go slow and don't think that, you know, you have to have it all figured out on day one. Kind of look around, see what your kid loves to do. But on the flip side, don't be afraid to take risks, because prior to us being on YouTube and social media, they were pastors' kids and they were really quiet. So like that,
Yeah, I know that life.
they were so quiet and shy. So if I had just gone off of that, I would have never said, hey guys, you want to play, you know what, you want to go on YouTube and make videos. But I just kind of had a sinking suspicion, like, you know what, let me use this tool to even help them become more open and more out there. And they took to it like, you know, just so easily. So I would say just look around, see what your kid really enjoys doing. And then on top of that, try different things. Don't think that you have to stick with the one thing at first. A lot of people think, oh, she just started this and then it just took off. Prior to this, I would say maybe a couple of years before, I was trying different things with entrepreneurship. And although that's not what took off initially, I now utilize those things that I started before to make the business more well-rounded and have different products.
So we have an education app that is coming out for the next school year season. And that app is going to have traditional ways of doing homeschool, but we're also going to incorporate some of the understanding and the knowledge of the new way of educating your child. And so that should be launching pretty soon. And you can, anyone that's interested can follow the progress on that on www.onyxfamily.com.
Congratulations. That is huge. What prompted that? When did you guys decide that needed to be the next step? Because for sure, families need it.
This last year, I mean, when we saw that all these families had to go to homeschooling just due to the atmosphere and everything, that really prompted us to say, we got to get on this and share the knowledge that we have. But
Right. She's really, our mom is an idea maker. She always comes up with several ideas all the time. And we're just like, okay, we can try that, or we can try that. And when we heard this idea, we're like, oh, wow, that's going to be really helpful for so many people.
Yeah, especially since everyone is doing Zoom these days, and, you know, for them to have a second option, you know, being homeschooled, you know, we hope that this will help them in some way.
Yeah, it's true. I do come up with a lot of ideas because there's so many ways to lend your voice,
right.
Make platforms and make, you know, even if it's just as basic as making money online. But ultimately, our mission is to use every gift that we have and the opportunities that we have. And so around that time last year, I was getting a lot of calls from friends and family like, Rita, what do we do? We have to homeschool. And I just started to think, you know what? This is something that I think we should do in an organized way, so people have a really good system. And I wanted to also make it fun, because that's what our brand is about.
Right.
So when it comes out, it's going to be informative but fun, and we think it's going to be a really great addition to the homeschooling marketplace.
I think so too. I'm really excited about that. And when it launches, you guys have to come back, tell us about it, and we'll definitely check it out and make sure that the people know about it. I have to ask, because I love that everyone chimed in on that answer. How involved are you all, the children, in terms of making the curriculum? I mean, I know Dad said that, you know, for example, Shiloh, you wanted to do Japanese and suddenly you're doing it. How involved are you in creating your curriculum? And was any sort of your personal curriculum styles worked into the app?
You know, I would say most of us are all involved. Maybe not Shiloh as much, just for being younger, but like we're pretty much all involved in making the curriculum for the app, and we're putting in our own ideas and thoughts,
suggestions,
in collaboration with people in the field of education to make sure that everything is meeting standards. But then we put our twist on it as the ONYX family, including just all the things that we know that are current that maybe kids would want to enjoy and explore.
So the app developers that we went with actually is formulating a similar app with the government. So it's going to be, it's standardized. So it's a trustworthy app that is standardized. So
congratulations. I'm really excited about that. So shifting gears a bit, Rita, your background is as a nurse practitioner. We know how serious COVID-19 has been. And I thought it was really cool that you guys had that conversation with Dr. Anthony Fauci about the pandemic, what it means, how to stay safe. I feel like, I think it may have been Shasha who said it in the beginning, like, we've been staying home.
Right.
For sure. But can you share, first of all, how you guys got into conversation with Dr. Fauci, how that happened, and why you felt it was important to weigh in on the pandemic in the way that you did?
Well, we were contacted by one of our reps that his team had reached out and wanted to do a video collaboration with us in a fun way where we can actually talk about the facts and health and safety tips. And of course, we immediately thought, wow, what a great opportunity. And so it kind of happened very quickly. And we thought, okay, what's a really fun way for us to educate our audience, which is a lot of young people. And so we came up with 2 truths and a lie. And so we were able to play that with Dr. Fauci, who was like, 2 truths and a lie? Like, what is that? And so we explained it to him. And I think we had a lot of fun, and it was very informative. And, you know, meeting him was just such an honor. You know, you see him like day in, day out trying, especially last year, trying to speak about what's happening, and for us to have the privilege of being able to speak to him one-on-one and use him in our video and our platform to really explore what is really happening and how we can best stay safe and healthy it was such a privilege.
Well, it was a privilege to tune in. Did anyone else want to weigh in on playing 2 truths and a lie with Dr. Fauci?
Yeah. Well, it was really, really exciting because it was such a big opportunity for us. So we were like practicing it before, like having a script, just like, okay, guys, don't make any mistakes and stuff. And we were really nervous, but nerve-sided. We're nervous and excited at the same time.
Nerve-sided. Yeah, I definitely got nervous. I kind of stumbled a bit, but it was all okay. No, but I actually did mess up a little bit.
He's so down to earth, though. He is such a down to earth guy.
That's cool here. I mean, so, you know, I'm here in the DC area, and I hear that people like catch him on his jogs and his walks, and he'll say hello, of course, socially distanced and masked up. But, you know, I hear he's super down to earth. I am bummed I have not had the opportunity to interface with him yet, but it's happening.
Right.
I'm going to claim it. Okay, so first of all, before I even get into my question, you guys slayed your photos for the White House photo shoot.
Thank you.
You guys look so good. I'm like, is this a GQ or Vogue spread? You guys look amazing. Okay. That said, you guys always look great, of course, but that was some next level Black family excellence that you guys hit our way. Before I even get into what you guys did, tell us about the background of that photo shoot. Who styled you? What made you guys go that direction? I mean, it is like classy galore. I love it.
First of all, we want to shout out our photographer, which is Gianna Snell. She is fantastic. And so she does most of our photo shoots. So if you see like professional photo shoots of the ONYX family, it's Gianna Snell. And she's also a Black female entrepreneur that is just killing it in her realm. And so we just want to shout her out. On that particular day, I think we had to do it ourselves because just because of work conflicts and everything, we had to work it out ourselves. So we just did the best that we could, but we used those kind of techniques.
Awesome.
It was his idea to get really dressed up. And at first I was like, we're home. Isn't it gonna look kind of weird that we're this dressed up? And he's like, hun, it's the inauguration. And I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. So
yeah,
jeans and stuff.
No. I thought you guys were in the White House. It looked so good. Oh my goodness. So that said, congratulations, such an awesome opportunity to participate in the inaugural festivities, and particularly the event hosted by Keke Palmer and targeting youth and families. I think just what a great way to be a part of history. First of all, tell us how you felt when you got that call or email to participate in that event.
Well,
wow.
We were all shocked. We were like, what? Wow, this is really, really great.
Yeah, to like be part of history, basically.
Right. There's not a lot of people that get that kind of opportunity, and we really did not take that for granted.
Right. So they had contacted us just a few months before to do a campaign on Rock the Vote. It was a time where it was really critical in our country. The country was very divided, and I think that everybody just needed to see us all moving forward together. And so we saw this as an opportunity, and we said, yes, definitely, we will go ahead and do and go to the White House or go to be a part of the inauguration, because we really wanted to be a part of a program that was bipartisan. And it was a very bipartisan type of approach that Keke took and the Biden-Kamala team, where they were trying to just talk about the history of inaugurations and presidents and vice presidents from the past. And so we felt very comfortable. We didn't feel like we're kind of weighing on any side or anything like that. And it felt really good to be a part of a unifying program.
Absolutely. And it was great to watch. And did you guys pre-create the questions, or did they give you those? Because I loved the question about George Washington and what his inauguration looked like.
Yeah, it was a collaboration, really. Their ideas, our ideas, and it all worked together. So great.
But it was time sensitive, so we did not get to do everything that we would like to, because they had a big program and, of course, the whole entire spread. But we were just honored to be a part of that.
Right.
Well, we were honored to tune into that. And again, I think it's super cool that you all were a part of history, but you have made so much history as the ONYX family alone. And I want to ensure that I give our viewers and all those who are tuning in an opportunity to ask questions, say hello, and engage with you all in the comments. So I am going to do that now before I selfishly ask all of my questions. Oh, did you want to say something, Martha?
No, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the inauguration. It was a very proud moment for us, considering that it was the first woman of color and the first woman to be the vice president. But we had a little bit of extra special, a little extra special feeling of pride, because I found out about a year prior to the inauguration, when Kamala was running, I found out through her father's book that we were actually related. And
no.
Yes, and it was, so they're proud of just her personal achievement and just being a woman of color. But so what happened is my mom saw in her father's book, it shared his mother's name, which is a woman named Beryl. And her mother, which is a woman named Iris Finnegan. Well, my mom is a Finnegan. And so my mom was like, wait, Iris. And then she looked at Beryl and she looked at the picture. She's like, I know Beryl. And my mom used to go to Camilla's grandmother's home several times back in Jamaica when her and her father would be traveling into town, because they live very close by. There's two districts. It's one called Abuker and another one called Inverness. And her grandmother lives in Inverness, which is 2 miles away. And so my grandfather is first cousins with Kamala's grandmother.
Wait a minute. So y'all were extra a part of history.
Yes. And it was, I don't think even Kamala knows this, or her father, but we know we know that. So we just kept it inside, and we're just like, we said, wow, isn't that ironic that we get to be at the White House?
Y'all are all up in the White House. You have blood in the White House. Wow, that is so amazing. So you guys have kept it inside. This is super public knowledge now. The ONYX family is related to the vice president.
Exactly.
That is amazing. Wow. Such history and super cool. I can't imagine the amount of pride or additional pride you had watching the inaugural ceremonies and everything taking place over the past couple months. I mean, it's truly been historic in nature. So whew, that is giving me chills, guys. I'm going to go to the people. Thanks again for all of those who are tuning in. We really, I love this. ONYX family White House. Indeed. You better recognize y'all. So thanks to those for tuning in. It's seeming like I'm not getting all the comments, but I'm going to go with those that I see and charge it solely to technology to those tuning in that I can't see it. But Jewel, one of our top viewers, says congratulations to you guys.
Thank you.
Says what's up. Oh, she says they did slay those pictures. No cap. Yes, they did. They truly, truly did. Charlene says yes, and she also says big up Jamaica. And Anastasia would like to meet you all one day. So, and Jewel is waving hello. Adria says so cool. And I know I'm not getting everybody because I've seen things popping up that I just haven't been able to get to. So apologies, guys. Again, we will try to get to them if they come back in the comments later. But we're winding down. I can't even believe we're almost at the 30-minute mark. I could talk to you guys 4 hours. That's why we have YouTube, though, so that I can feel like I'm engaging. Part of the family. You have the app. We're all involved in the ONYX Family Challenge and the awesome things that you guys are producing content-wise. What else can we look forward to in 2021?
I'd say we have a book that is coming out. It's called The ONYX Family, From the Struggle Life to the ONYX Life. And just kind of chronicling our story, our faith, and just how we moved from the struggle life to the ONYX life. And we have a coaching as well. So me and Rita does coaching just to help those that are interested in creating their own brand and helping families to just kind of like have their own story. Yeah. It's very important for us to give back to our community. And so we try to do that as much as possible.
And then we have some fun stuff.
Yeah, we have our second season of our cartoon ONYX Monster Mysteries coming out this October on Amazon Prime and Amazon Kids Plus. That's really fun to do right now. We're recording it right now and everything.
And we are so excited to complete the YouTube show, ONYX Family Dinner, where we have dinner as a family and discuss different topics. It's going to be on YouTube Kids.
Yeah, that's going to be great. So.
Yeah. Yeah, we have just a ton of projects that we're working on. But with the cartoon, season 1 is on Amazon right now and Amazon Kids Plus. So yeah, that is something that we're really proud of. You know, Sinead did all the music.
Yeah.
Shalom wrote some of the scripts. And then we all do all the voiceover work. So it's really exciting.
And you can just imagine, like, we have a man named Albie Heck, which is anybody that knows Albie Heck. He's just huge in the industry. In the children's industry. He works with Pocket Watch, which is one of our partners on that project. And he's in charge of creating SpongeBob movie, the Rugrats.
And he did Kids' Choice Awards and things.
Right. Like he's just huge in the industry, and he's spearheading this project. And then we're also working along with Doreen Spicer, who is one of the producers of The Proud Family. So we got heavy hitters on this cartoon, and we're super proud about it. And on Amazon Prime, you can check it out right now. First season, second season is dropping in October.
ONYX Monster Mysteries, yeah.
It's Monster Mysteries, super duper cool. I had no idea how hands-on you guys were in this process. Of course, I knew that you were doing the voiceovers, but I had no idea that Sinead was writing music, Shalom was writing the script. Is that also sort of a part of the educational aspect of identifying the talents, etc.?
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's on Amazon now?
Yeah. Right.
I know we're getting close to time, but I need a little breakdown about the feeling and sort of impact that has had from taking, again, an idea and talent and it suddenly being appreciated for so many millions and billions of people to appreciate through Amazon Prime.
Well, it's really a privilege because having a talent and then being able to share it with the world is really something that not a lot of people get to do. And I wish that everybody really could. And that's what we want to really share through our education app, that, you know, using your talents to share it with the world and to help others, to entertain others. You know, I feel really privileged to be able to do that, to make music. I've always loved music. So creating it is definitely a growing experience for me. You know, I get great feedback from our team, and then I get great feedback from my family, and they just help me get better each time.
Right? Because, you know, it's when she started, she had never done it before. She had created music for our channel, and she'd been doing the rap battles and different songs, and sometimes we'd have a musical. But I know at that point when she started, she probably never knew that she'd be working with, like Mirthel called, heavy hitters and making projects that, you know, were big money makers. And I feel like that's what you have to do. You have to believe in your children. So when the cartoon started, one of the things I asked them, I said, I would really like for Sinead to create the music. And they were looking at me like, are you sure? Because they saw that she had talent, but they probably didn't think that she could go from what she had been doing to now big budget project. But you know what? They saw the talent and they took a chance, and it's been paying off. She's also going to be writing the theme song for ONYX Family Dinner, our new show. So it's just growing and growing for her. And same with Shalom, you know, she's writing even more scripts for season 2 than she did for season 1. And it's just been an amazing journey. And that's what we are continuing to work on, you know, like with even Shasha, she's very much into fitness with our Cardionics brand. And we don't, you know, we haven't really talked about it a lot yet, but we have an app coming out for her, a fitness app. So there's so many things that we've got going.
So our mission statement is tell the story, feed the soul, make them laugh, heal the heart. And I would have never dreamed, and I'll just share this brief story. I would have never dreamed that as I'm homeschooling the kids, because I used to do a lot of the homeschooling in the early stages in the daytime, and then Rita would transfer to her, that traveling to church and then having them at prayer meeting with me. And then they're in the van watching all these cartoons as we're just traveling, watching these individuals, never realizing that one day the Lord would have them be sitting at the table with these heavy hitters. It is a dream come true. And so one of the things I like to say is, if you're going to do it with God. Do it with God, because you just never know where he's going to bring you.
Oh my goodness. I am so inspired. You all are speaking so much life into me and to all of our viewers today. You know, I knew Mirthel's background, but I didn't know the whole family would be preaching to me today. I'm so incredibly inspired. Shasha, when that fitness app dropped, you know immediately who to tell, okay? That ASAP. And that is so incredibly exciting. I'm so proud of you guys, inspired by you all. I just thank you so much for continuing to share your God-given gifts, and not only entertaining us, but educating us and giving us opportunities to grow. I do want to plug to all of our viewers watching that we have the inaugural Afro Black Business Matters Expo free next Thursday, February 18th. Tickets are going super duper fast. You can get them on afro.com. We have an emerging and accelerated track. I'm joining. Y'all know I work for the Afro, but I'm joining because I want to learn how to build my brand as Misha Green. And I know the ONYX family is doing coaching of that and helping us learn that as well. And so you can be a business on social media. You can be a business on YouTube. You can be a business and an entrepreneur, however you want to do. But check out afro.com, our Black Business Matter Expo on February 18th with our headlining speaker, Black billionaire Robert F. Smith.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh,
We
yeah.
may
I tried to read a little bit. I did, but we've been plugging it so much. But yeah, we got Robert F. Smith. Tune in, ONYX family, if you can. It's from 10 to 5 on next Thursday. And obviously, you don't have to do all day, but it's free. So jump on in if you can, for sure. We'd love to have you. Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Blessings to you. Please come back on Afro Live. We'd love to have you. And congratulations on all that you're doing. Everyone can follow you at ONYX Family everywhere. Is that correct?
ONYX Family everywhere.
Yeah.
ONYXFamily.com, ONYX Family, whatever.
Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you all. Blessings to you all those who are tuning in. Make sure you stay safe. If you're going outside, wear a mask and wash your hands. Be good, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.